to the performance this evening?
It was pretty rough initially, but the players get stuck in and was able to bring out a victory. But it was pretty rough initially.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Spied? Please indicate, and you may proceed. Let's go with Bryce first, and then over to MG.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon.
The team seemed a bit bereft of chances until the introduction of players like Atkinson and Calvin. How important is it that these players can create immediate impact coming off the bench?
Yeah, no, they are really starters, but sometimes you have to plan for the long term, medium term, and that was what that was all about. Other players needed to get an opportunity to play because we knew we could always draw on them if we run into trouble.
Coach, despite the scoreline, your opponents were able to carve out a lot of chances, especially in the second half, although they were unlucky. Does that say anything, or does that raise any concerns about the team's defensive shape?
Yeah, but we recognize that if we played and play in the transition mode all the time, we also would be getting a lot of chances. And when we assessed the game, we thought if it even turned into a shootout, we would have come out on top. So that was the thinking behind stretch on both ends.
Coach, first off, ended 1-1. The defenders are finding it very, very difficult to deal with the striker, the number 30. What was the instruction to the defense in the second half?
Well, it wasn't the defense was the problem, really. We were allowing them to come out too easy. So in the second half, what we did was put a block right in front of them, 4 across the front of the field. That was able to slow down their attack in the second half.
Can you tell us a little bit about the performance from the captain tonight, Richard King?
Oh, he's brilliant. Play a true captain role. Maybe his last game for us too. But so I thought he was just brilliant defensively, and it's a good time for him to be like that because the national team coach was in the stands watching.
Secondly, busy Dwayne Atkinson, not fully fit, but coming on in the second half, they put on a performance like that. Can you tell us a little bit more about his fitness and also the performance that he put in? Well,
he's recovering from an injury sustained in training about 3-4 weeks ago. He didn't play before today, but halftime I asked him how much he could give to me. He said, Coach, 35, 40. I said, okay. And that is why we made that change so early to bring him on the pitch. Busy is one of our most productive players.
You have a flurry of attack, quite a lot of attackers, Stein, Calvin. How you plan to go about the content of the season in managing all these attackers? And everyone wants game time.
Yeah, that's true, but it's a good problem to have, so I'm not worried.
Regarding for Cavalier.
Oh, this is most valuable because just before the game we were not leading anymore because Mount Pleasant also had 3 points. To watch the games played, because points on the board is points earned. So it was very important that we got these 3 points and go back to the top of the table because this zone it will not be decided until the last game.
Or we can take one more. Any other questions? Our coach,
everybody for being here. We have the post-match press conference starting with coach of Police FC, Wendell Joseph. Coach, your thoughts on the performance of your unit this evening?
Honestly, I think we started the game pretty well. We had the better exchanges in a couple of minutes. Poor defending, let us go in a goal down. Fighting back, we equalized, and second half, we were outplayed.
And for you, Coach, you take a point from these 2 away games. How important the home games now in Trinidad?
Very important. We have to go back to the drawing board at home, try and correct the mistakes that we made defensively as a unit. We weren't defending properly in the midfield as well. We have like about 3 weeks to work on that, and hopefully we will get the results at home and help us to qualify for the next round.
All right. Any questions we have for Coach Joseph, please indicate, and you may pose your question.
Coach, first of all, how difficult was it after the first half? It was a close game in the first half. How difficult was it for you to maintain that momentum going into the second half?
I believe tactically we were off. Tactically more than physically. I realized that the team started to press, and we still wanted to try and play out the back. When we should have gone long and try to play off the second ball, and that contributed to us going 2-1 down. And, the game was out of our reach at that point in time.
After you guys went 2-1 down, and then Cavaliers started getting a flurry of chances. What do you think caused that?
I believe is discipline, discipline with how we defend as a team. I believe that going a goal down, then going 2-1 down, you're still supposed to maintain that that formation and that style of play and try our best as possible to get back into the game. But we didn't do that. People started to get caught out of position, and as a result, we went more goals down and we lost the game 4-1.
You mentioned that the defense lost their composure, but also there was a few chances you guys created and didn't necessarily take it. Are you disappointed with the finishing in the final 30 side?
I wouldn't say disappointing, because I believe that the keeper made an excellent save there from the striker, Woodley, pushing it onto the crossbar. I believe that would have changed the game. That would have brought us back 2-1, and probably would have made changes to try and contain Cavaliers' team, and that didn't happen for us.
Any other questions from anybody? Coach, safe travels back to Trinidad.
Thank you.